Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gridiron Network Podcast. Today, we've got some Gridiron Q&A, more questions. We've got some NFL hot takes. They're back. We got some hot takes. We can't wait to get into those. We're going to recap Week 6. We had a nice, fun-packed weekend of NFL action, and then we're going to get into our Week 7 Pick Ems. Harry, how are we feeling?
We're doing fantastic, man. There was a lot of great games this weekend. Colts dubbed, Bears won. Man, we're going to have a good episode.
It's going to be a fantastic episode after that. So we're going to just jump straight away into some Gridiron Q&A. You want to kick us off with your first question?
Yeah, man. Speaking of the Bears, who's your favorite Bear that you've ever seen in your lifetime? No old heads, no Walter Payton. Current player
Right.
that you have seen play.
Okay, so I've got a couple that I think I would name when it comes to my favorite Bears. Now, favorite's not the best, but favorite just to watch, man. Oh, I can't think of his name. Oh, and Tim Jennings. Dude, Tim Jennings.
That's a good one.
That one
That's a
season
good one.
when he was going on, I think he had like 12 interceptions or something. And then he just fell off the face of the earth. But he was really fun to watch. Tariq Cohen, obviously,
Yep.
man. Sucks what happened to him with all the injuries. He was amazing to watch. Matt Forte, Peanut Tillman, man. I could go on and on about Bears players that I enjoyed watching. Another one, Smoking Jay, man. Jay Cutler, for a franchise historically that has had awful quarterback play, even though he wasn't the best, man, it was such a nice change to have him at quarterback.
He was so fun to watch. And his character is just hilarious.
I'm pretty sure he got arrested again
Yeah.
recently. I mean, he really embodied that I just don't care attitude.
Dude, no, those are some good ones. When I was writing this, I was thinking the same. I didn't know, honestly, and I was just thinking, you know who I really enjoyed, man? I think he was there for 3 seasons. Brandon Marshall, man. That dude, I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
I was such a big fan of him on this team when he was here, and it was just so fun to watch. I mean, it's just, man, you stole my Jay Cutler. I didn't think you were gonna say Jay Cutler, but yeah, that was my number 2, man. Let's hear one of your questions.
Real quick, man, when we had that duo of Brandon Marshall and Alshon Jeffrey,
Oh,
it felt
man.
like they could do no wrong. And every day I woke up with a smile on my face.
Dude, I bought a Brandon Marshall jersey. I think that's the only Bears
Oh.
jersey I've ever owned. Was him. Him and Devin Hester. I do gotta say, Devin Hester was.
Oh yeah, of course.
He,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, of course.
He
Devin
was so
Hester, but-
much fun to watch.
All right, so I'll jump into my first question for you here.
Let's do it.
Got a relevant one here, one that's been the talk of town lately. Should the Philadelphia Eagles trade AJ Brown?
Oh man. Okay. If it was me,
I know my take. I know how I feel.
I would not, because here's why I think that.
Okay.
I feel like these two have been complaining. Like, I mean, okay, we've known they've been complaining the past couple weeks. They just dropped 2 games in a row when Saquon was cheeks for both of those games. So they're trying to get them involved, and it's just still not working. And just Saquon looks nothing like he did at all last year. And I really think if they do want another repeat of, going and winning the Super Bowl, if they were to trade A.J. Brown, I think that's a terrible mistake. Right now, I'm pretty sure it might be Dallas Goedert might be leading them in receiving touchdowns and receiving yards. That's got to change. I honestly think it's more of this offensive coordinator's problem than Jalen Hurts, personally.
Yeah, I mean, I think Patullo is the root of the problem. I think a big reason for that is Jalen Hurts is such like a specific quarterback, if that makes sense. Like, and Patullo's trying to turn him into something he's not, and it's just not working, man. Hurts feels like he's at his best when he's in shotgun, quick passes, allow him to use his athleticism, take the deep shots. And there just hasn't been much of that in this offense. And it's become relevant when they do take the deep shots because they aren't doing it that often. I think that's where the inaccuracy is coming in from Hurts, because they're really not getting those reps in game, maybe in practice, I don't know. But because they're not doing it often, there's just a disconnect between the guys.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, because I was literally just going to bring up Jalen Hurts and his accuracy when he throws deep. When it happened in the game, when he missed Devontae Smith wide open for a 90-yard touchdown on the deep shot, I remember I messaged you about it, and you said you literally said exactly that. It's just they're just not doing it as much anymore. So he's just not used to hitting these deep balls anymore.
But I do think it is getting to a point with AJ Brown that he has made it very, very clear how he feels about the game of football. He does not give a shit about winning games, man.
Not at all.
He wants to get his and be the reason they win games. And that's just not how the Eagles are as a team. They're kind of an everybody eats situation.
Yeah.
And everyone's eating but AJ Brown, it feels like. And I think his frustrations are growing more and more public. And it's only a matter of time before I think he requests a trade.
I was just going to ask, so you think they trade him just because they're like, all right, man, we're just tired of you?
I don't think it's going to be the Eagles wanting to trade A.J. Brown. I think it's A.J. Brown wanting to leave the Eagles situation.
Like forcing his way out?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how ugly he would get with it. I don't think he's that type of guy to, like, kind of make it like a messy exit. Yeah. But I do think he will say, like, I want out of here. This isn't working. Get me somewhere where I can be the number one target, 8+ targets a game.
Yeah. I mean, do you think if they were to get rid of him, do they have any shot of going back-to-back, you think?
I think their chances of winning the Super Bowl this year are out the window if they trade A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
But I think regardless of if they trade him or not, as long as Kevin Patullo is calling plays, they aren't making the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So they need to get rid of Kevin Patullo. But I also think Devontae Smith is just more than ready to step up to be the wide receiver one of this team. And I really want to see what a Devontae Smith wide receiver one Eagles offense looks like.
Dude, you just stole. I was literally going to ask you. I was going to say, do you know how much fun it would be if we were able to see Devontae Smith wide receiver one?
Dude, because, I mean, people forget this guy won a Heisman, man, at wide receiver. He won a Heisman. He has been that guy since coming out of college. And he's just taken a back seat because you have someone like an A.J. Brown on your team. So I'm excited to see what the post-A.J. Brown Eagles looks like with Devontae Smith, because I do think it's going to happen.
What do you think, since we're chatting these Eagles right now? Like I said, Saquon has been cheeks the past couple weeks. Do you think he's just like, I mean, he's not injured. I honestly just have no idea what is going on with Saquon.
A lot of it, I think, is Kevin Patullo. I think the sequence of plays, it feels just like very predictable, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's just not allowing Saquon to get explosive because it's such a predictable pattern of plays that they're running. The offensive line also as well is just not up to Stoutland, standards.
Yeah.
It's especially the run offense. I mean, last year, Saquon and the Eagles made a living off of 20-plus yard explosive runs, and they've barely had any this year. I don't have the exact number in front of me, but I remember looking at that stat, and it's just like a drastic change from last year to this year when it comes to explosive running plays. And I think a large part of that, one, it's Patullo, which I'm going to keep putting a lot of blame on because, frankly, he deserves it.
Yeah.
But also just the O-line's just not doing what it's supposed to, but they've been banged up a lot on that O-line.
So from what I'm hearing, it's sounding like we're putting Patullo underneath the terrorist category with Shane Waldron and Arthur Smith.
He's right up there with him.
Yeah.
Dude, speaking of Arthur Smith, I don't know if you saw the report. So obviously the Titans fired Brian Callahan, rightfully so.
Yep.
Did you see who the top 2 replacement candidates are?
Dude, as a DK Metcalf fantasy owner, I am praying that Arthur Smith goes and takes that job.
Did you see who the other candidate is?
Nah, dude, I can't remember. I can't remember that one.
Matt Nagy.
Oh, man. Has
what
the
are they
NFL
thinking?
not seen that already?
Do the Titans just not want to be good? I mean, they're in this constant cycle of firing and hiring GMs and coaches, and then your ideal candidates are Arthur Smith and Matt Nagy.
Dude, I hate when we see this with number 1 overall picks that are quarterbacks, because Caleb went through the same thing, and unfortunately,
the last 4 QBs,
dude, and Cam Ward now is just like, nothing positive is going to come out of this season if they're already switching head coaches. And I'm betting whoever they have stepping up now is not going to be their full-time head coach next year either. So just this season is just, I mean, already just a lost cause for Cam Ward and just developing.
I will never understand why teams think that, all right, we've got a top draft pick, we're going to get our guy at quarterback. I don't know how I feel about my head coach. I guess I'm going to give him one more year. If you're already iffy about your head coach and you're bringing in a fresh quarterback, just fire him. 9 times out of 10, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Like, on rare occasions, you get your Shane Steichens, right? Where Steichen and Daniel Jones are just clicking. But 9 times out of 10, you get your Eberflus and Caleb Williams, your Callahan and Cam Ward. I will never understand why that's a thing that's happening so often in the NFL.
If there's already a team that is picking that high in the draft and they think, oh, a quarterback is just going to come in and save the day, that is extremely rare. And I really think these GMs need to notice, hey, it's the coaching, man. Like, it don't matter who you have at quarterback. If your coach sucks, you're not going to do anything.
The only time that's going to happen is in those rare situations like the Bears, and which still didn't work out, but where you come into a team that on paper should be really good because they got that pick by a trade, not by record.
Yeah.
But man, it just doesn't work 9 times out of 10. But do you want to hit me with your next question?
Yeah, man. So I want to know, what's the biggest surprise this season? This could be a player or a storyline. What do you think?
The biggest surprise to me is the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah.
I did not expect you guys to be, what are you now, 5-1 on the season?
Number 1 seed in the AFC.
The AFC. I mean, did you see? I saw there was a post, and it was, what year are we in? Where the top 4 seeds we had the Steelers, the Chargers, the Patriots, and the Colts. Like, is this 2009? What is going on, man?
Dude, it's wild.
I did not expect it.
No, that's a great one. If you had to say the biggest surprise of a player this year, who would you choose?
Biggest surprise of a player. So I could go the rookie route with a guy like Emeka Egbuka.
Yep.
You know, with just how dominant he's been. Like a Cam Scadaboo. Or I could go with, for me, my personal surprise because of how I feel about the guy is Sam Darnold.
Yep.
He has shut me up.
You know, it's literally
the Seahawks
Savior.
as a whole have shut me up. Because I've shit on this team and Sam Darnold for years.
Yeah.
And he's proven me wrong. I really thought it was just the Kevin O'Connell system making him look so good, but he's proving that there truly was the player that's still there that was from USC.
Yeah, no, that's honestly, that's exactly what I would have chosen as well, just because, like you said, as you were doing, I was crapping on Sam Darnold to my friend all off season, and I mean, he just looks amazing right now. But yeah, I would say easily the biggest surprise gotta be the Colts. I mean, I, as noted, episode 1 was not happy about Danny Dimes at all. I feel like that's how most of the fan base felt. But now it's just like, dude, like we said, we're the number 1 seed in the AFC. I mean, if you would have told me that before week 1, I would have said, what have you been drinking? Because that is just absolutely insane. But man, am I very, very glad that this is happening.
Yeah, speaking of the Colts, I'll jump into my next question here. I want you to rank these 1-loss teams: the Colts, Packers, Buccaneers, and Steelers, 1 through 4.
Okay. No bias. I'm not going to be biased here. If I had to rank those 1 through 4, Tampa Bay number 1, because, dude, it's just like, it doesn't matter who Baker is throwing to, man. He is just putting on a show every single week. And I genuinely believe that they are the most fun team to watch in the NFL right now.
Yes.
Like, every single game, you got to tune in because Baker is doing... Did you see... Oh, it was like a 3rd and 13 or 3rd and 15 or
something.
That
play was crazy.
Exactly. Like, that's... if you see... And he's doing stuff like that weekly. Like, that's not just a one-time thing. So I would say definitely Tampa. I believe they're the number 1 seed in the NFC as well right now.
I think so.
So I'd go Tampa, then the Colts. Like I said, I mean, I didn't think we'd be here, but statistically, man, we are just a powerhouse right now. And I'm really hoping we get active for this trade deadline. That would be very nice because our DBs right now are cooked and they just keep getting injured. We'll break it a little more down in the game predictions. But number 3, the Packers still for me. I still believe the Packers. I really do believe that defense is still going to... I mean, we knew they had a couple rough weeks there, but they're figuring it out. Jordan Love is just getting better. Josh Jacobs looks amazing. And it's finally good to see Matthew Golden, man. He's starting to get in this offense, and Jordan Love's going to have some help. I don't know if it's great help. Christian Watson, he should be back pretty soon. And I saw Jaden Reed, it was like that he was eligible to return week 8. So we'll see how he's doing after, I believe he had 2 surgeries. So we'll see. But I mean, they should only be getting better. And last but not least, I'm going to put the Steelers. I'll be honest, I think it's kind of crazy they only have 1 loss. But I mean, DK Metcalf, man, this guy scored in, I believe, 4 straight games now. I mean, they paid him 35, or what was it? Do you know if it was 30 or 35 million?
It was closer to 35. I think it was like 34 or something.
Yeah,
like I know it was closer to 35.
Okay, yeah, but like they paid him that much, and the first, 5 weeks of the season, this guy was barely like 6 targets, maybe less in some games. He had 9 of them last week, came down with only, I believe it was 4 or 5 of them, but he still kept that touchdown streak going. This defense is heating up, but it's just, I think out of these 4 teams that you named, those would be, I think, the team that could fall off the most.
Yeah, dude, I mean, when I ranked these 4 teams when I was coming up with this question, I had them in the exact same order. Despite my feelings towards them, I would have had the Packers above the Colts up until this week because I was going to count the Browns' loss as a fluke. But, man, you just went out there and kept it close with the Bengals as well.
Yeah.
I think they have a lot of questions they need to answer in these coming weeks.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. They're fun. I would need to see. I can't remember who they're playing this week. Do you remember?
Let's see. Who are they playing? Packers, Cardinals.
Oh, well. I mean,
yeah.
yeah. Hey, they play the Steelers the week after, so we'll see how that one goes.
Oh, they play the Steelers. I forgot about the Aaron Rodgers game.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Be a good one.
That's gonna be very, very fun to watch. When do you guys play When did the Packers play the Bears here?
The Packers? I'm honestly not sure. I know we play the Steelers soon. I've got that one marked on my calendar. I'm ready for that.
Oh, on my birthday, December 7th, Bears versus Packers.
Ooh.
Man. hey, we'll have pick-ems. We'll have pick-ems for that week. Let me see. You guys. No. Oh. Yes, the 7th. Yes, you go to Green Bay, and then the 20th you guys play, and it's home.
I think we're gonna split with them, if I'm being honest.
I want to see how they look a little.
Time will tell.
Exactly.
But we can we'll jump into our next segment here. It's back this week, NFL hot takes. We got quite a few from you guys, so we weren't able to pick them all this week. We've got 4 that we chose. So we'll jump right off here with the first listener hot take. The playoffs this year would be full of teams nobody expected at the beginning of the season. I think this is a very reasonable hot take, man.
Yeah,
I fully agree with it.
I know. I got the playoff picture pulled up here. So right now, as October 14th, I'll go through these seedings real quick. Colts 1 seed in the AFC, followed by the Steelers at 2, the Chargers at 3, Patriots at 4, Bills at 5, Jaguars at 6, Denver at 7. And then in the NFC, we got Buccaneers at 1, Green Bay Packers at 2, 49ers at 3, Eagles at 4, 5, we got the Seahawks, 6, we got the Lions, 7, we got the Rams, man. So, I mean, as you just saw, I didn't name the Chiefs, no Bengals, no Joe Burrow, no Vikings, no Ravens. 1-5 now, by the way. They are, oh, man, they really, really need to do something.
They have fallen off.
Yeah, after this bye week, they really need to get
Commanders.
Going. No Commanders. Exactly. It's just some of these teams that we really thought would be kind of just in it, like locks to be in it, just not there yet. I would say definitely.
I love it, man.
No, exactly. This is awesome. This is really all. If you would have told me that the Colts and the Steelers were top 2 seeds, and then the Patriots were number 4, bro, that's just like, come on, man. That's insane, and it's great to see because that just means some of these are younger guys. Obviously, Drake May. I cannot wait to watch this guy's career, man. He is so good at football, and he's going to get his wide receivers paid his entire career.
I mean, I gotta say, what kind of voodoo magic did Robert Kraft and the Patriots do to be gifted not only Tom Brady, but endure what, like 3 bad seasons? Mm-hmm. Oh, boo-hoo, yeah. boo you guys, right? Because now you have Drake May. Like, my lobster's too buttery, my steak's too juicy. That's what this is right here.
I'm sure they're all crying.
What? And then you got teams like us who we waited our whole life for the Bears to get a quarterback like Caleb Williams.
Dude,
It's so annoying.
it's it's still crazy to this day that you guys have never had a 4,000-yard passer. I think that is.
Caleb's on pace for it. He's on
Is
pace
he
for
actually?
it. Speaking of, hold on, I
No,
got,
you're
I got a
good.
little
Hey,
bone to
yeah,
pick here.
talk real quick.
I had some jabroni on Twitter. All right,
Love those.
because I posted that he's on pace for over 4,000 yards, and I had this guy say, in a 17 game season in 2025, this is not a big deal. There are two key points here. One, we've never had a 4,000 yard passer. No matter what you say, it could be a 30 game season. It'd be a big deal because we've never hit that milestone. But two, only 6 quarterbacks last season had over 4,000 yards. That's still a big deal, whether it's 16 or 17 games, because it's not happening a lot. So
it sounds like the same dweebs on Twitter that were complaining about Saquon breaking the all-time rushing record. No, there's an extra game, bro. I'm telling you, those people got to be over the age of 40, and they're just complaining to complain at that point.
Yes.
That's how I look at it, man, to be honest.
But we'll get into the next one here, all right?
Yeah, but yes, I agree with the first hot take. I think it is awesome that
Yes.
there are many teams that nobody expected, and it's just great for the league.
It's amazing for the league, man.
Yeah.
But next listener hot take. Dak Prescott is the MVP this season, if not for the fact that he has the worst defense in the league. I'll let you take this one away.
Man, I think that's a good hot take, man. Just because I was very, very big on Dak and these Cowboys offense for fantasy going into the year, strictly because the fact that I knew this defense was going to be absolutely atrocious, which means obviously Dak's just going to get the ball more. Now, would that change a little bit if their defense, was good? Maybe, but all these games that they're having to be in are just shootouts, and Dak is just, I really do think he's just delivering week after week. So honestly, I don't know about is the MVP, but I really do think he would be like a top 2 to 3 finisher in that.
I mean, you had him at number 3 when we did our awards last week, right?
Yep. I like Dak,
he's
man.
right there.
I like Dak, bro.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't a bad hot take at all. I don't know about worst defense in the league. I think they're certainly up there.
Yeah, they're.
But I don't know if I would call them the worst when the New York Jets exist.
Oh man, they've looked atrocious.
They've looked
What
horrible.
do you think?
But speaking of,
you agree with that?
with Dak or the Jets?
Hey, we both know the Jets are atrocious. With Dak, you think he'd be pretty high up there still, even if they had a good defense?
It's a double-edged sword when you really think about it. Because if they had a good defense, he wouldn't be putting up as many stats because they wouldn't have the ball as much.
Yep.
They wouldn't be passing as much. So it is really a weird situation because while he's putting up MVP numbers, if they had a good defense, one, they'd be running the ball even more. They'd be controlling the clock more, so he wouldn't be airing it out as much. So his numbers would probably still be good, but not great. So I think that in order for Dak to have an MVP season, the Cowboys need to be like a 7 or 6 or 7 seed, right around there. But they can't be out of the playoffs because if you're out of the playoffs, you're not an MVP.
Fair point.
But next listener hot take. Mahomes MVP season incoming. We're sticking with an MVP theme today. Mahomes MVP season incoming as he currently leads the league in total scrimmage yards and touchdowns. It feels weird that he hasn't had one in a while, if I'm being honest.
Dude, it's just... Hey, and he's getting Rashee Rice back this week as well.
Dude, and he's barely had Worthy, and he's putting up these stats.
He's the number 1 quarterback in fantasy right now. Believe it or not. He's looked insane this season, man. Would I shock you if I said that he's also the Chiefs' leading rusher?
I'm not shocked at all with how that rushing attack has been. I mean, they did use Pacheco more this game. We'll get into the exact stats later, which was nice to see. He was used more, but I mean, Mahomes has been scrambling a lot this year, and it's been effective. I do think they're kind of on they're starting to pick up some momentum, and as they start to win more, I do think his rushing numbers are going to go down.
Yeah.
Because a key part of winning football teams is having a rushing identity. And it can't just be your quarterback. So I do think as they win more, that will go down. But his passing stats, man, this is the best he's looked passing wise in quite a few years, probably since they had Tyreek Hill, because Tyquan Thornton is almost taking up like a version of that Tyreek Hill role, because he is their deep threat, which it feels like they really haven't had in the past couple of seasons.
Yeah, man, it's just like we said, Mahomes is playing this good right now. When he gets Rashi back, I think that's when those rushing numbers are going to take a dip, just because he's going to have another, which I think an elite option to throw to. So it's just, right now, it really is just, Kelsey's been their yards guy, but we can see if we watch, he's been heating up these past couple weeks, but he is obviously clearly not even close to the same guy anymore. So throwing Rashi in this offense, dude, with how Mahomes is playing, I would not be shocked at all if, when it's all said and done, Mahomes is very high up in this MVP voting.
Speaking of Travis Kelce, I don't remember when it happened in the game, but he had a spin move in which I think was the slowest spin I have ever seen.
A 35-year-old spin?
And it somehow worked. It somehow got him like an extra 5 to 10 yards. But I was watching, I was like, dude, I could spin 3 times in the amount of time it took him to spin once there.
I'm very interested to see how he's going to do, because right now, like I said, he is their receiving yards leader. Obviously, I think that's going to change with Rashi, but him and Rashi kind of play the same area of the field. So I really do want to see how Kelsey will kind of take that backseat role now that their wide receiver 1 is back.
And then we'll get into our last listener hot take of the day. This is a good one.
Hot take.
The Giants will be winning the NFC East by Halloween. Not just that they're going to win the NFC East, but they will be leading by Halloween. Now, for reference, there are 3 games between the time of this recording and Halloween. That means in order for the Giants to be leading the NFC East by Halloween, not only, all right, do they need to win out, but the Eagles, that would mean they need to lose the rest of their games in this little stretch. Or I guess the Eagles can win 1, the Commanders can win 1, and the Cowboys could win 2. So they're asking for a lot out of this hot take. I'm a fan of this Giants team, but that's a lot to ask for.
Yeah, it ain't going to happen. Respectfully, I love the hot take, because I'll be honest, this Giants team, if Malik Neighbors if he was playing right now, he would be, this offense honestly would personally be probably one of my favorites to watch. When you got Jackson Dart, and Scadaboo back there, man, imagine if he can air it out to Malik Neighbors. I did see the Giants were looking for a wide receiver in the trade market, but unless they trade for probably prime Calvin Johnson, I don't think that this hot take is going to come true anytime soon. Personally,
I mean, I'll get into how I feel about this Giants-Broncos game, but if they were to get a good receiver to pair alongside Wan'Dale, man, they got a favorable schedule, to close out the season. They may have a shot at the playoffs. You never know.
What wide receiver do you think's realistic that this team could trade for?
We've got one over here in Chicago if they want. DJ Moore. I love DJ Moore, man. I do appreciate the fact that he has taken a step back for us and has not, been a drama queen about it like other wide receivers have been. He's okay with his role. But at the end of the day, he's a wide receiver, and I know wide receivers love to get the football. So I'm sure he would not complain with being wide receiver 1 in New York. So I think that's a good place, or a good person to go for in DJ Moore. Maybe like a Chris Godwin, because I really do think Godwin's just kind of out of favor there in Tampa Bay. He could be a guy as well. I think there's a few names you could toss in there.
I've been seeing a lot of, I'm not saying specifically for this team, but a lot of trade rumors, a lot of names. Jacoby Myers has been out there a lot, and Chris Olave has been thrown out there a lot. I'm interested to see if any of these two do get traded, because, I mean, I really do. I don't think Jacoby Myers is bad. I think Geno Smith just sucks balls.
I think Geno Smith is horrible. I think the Chris Olave one's interesting because if you would have asked me at the start of this season, I would have said yes to trading Chris Olave. But Spencer Rattler has looked good, man.
He's airing it out.
He's looked good. And do you really want to take a guy who I'm not saying he is your number one, your quarterback of the future. It's way too early to tell, but he's playing good. Why take more targets away just because it feels like at that point you're sabotaging him? So maybe let him continue to grow connection with Chris Olave if he could stay on the field.
Yeah.
But I really do like the Jacoby Myers shout.
Yeah, no, I think he's a good player, just in a very, very crappy situation. I am very interested to see what these Saints do because, I mean, we can see Kamara on the move too. Keandre Miller they've been getting him more involved every single week. And I did see Kamara got banged up. I don't know if that's a trying to keep him healthy thing just for, some trading. But I want to see what the Saints do because as much as we crap on the Saints, they've been in these games, which is a lot more than I thought was going to happen already.
Well, I thought they're gonna be getting blown out left and right this season, and Kellen Moore has got them guys playing good.
Yeah. Oh, so there. Well, we'll go back to this hot take, but like I said, personally, a lot would need to happen for these Giants to be winning the NFC East by Halloween. So I don't think it'll happen, man.
No, it's just so hard to see. Now, if you would have just said winning the NFC East, still a hot take, but I'd at least be willing to hear you out on it. Whereas this one is just there's a 1% chance this happens.
Dude, you ready to get in some game recaps?
Let's go. Start us off.
Let's do it. So, the first game that we will be talking about, great game to watch. So much fun. The Chargers beat the Dolphins 29-7. And man, so this was what I got from this. Lad is finally back. We finally saw a great game out of him.
Finally.
Yes, it took so long. 7 receptions. Oh, real quick before I get into stats, I had him in my starting lineup since week 1. I never forgot about you, Lad. Very, very happy to see this. Lad went off. 7 receptions, 100 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, dude, like, Keenan, this is 3 straight games of just really not doing anything. So I really think just for now, for Lad, it's just going to go up from here. Dude, Kamani Vidal, man, what a game. There was so much talk in the fantasy world if it was going to be him or Haskins. And at the end of the day, I mean, Vidal, he had 18 carries for 128 yards. Then Haskins, only 6 carries for 14 yards. And Justin Herbert, man, he had a great game. 29 for 38, 264, and 2 touchdowns. And on the other side, it was just a lot of Waddle and Achane. Achane had a great game. 16 carries, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns, caught 4 balls for 22 yards. Tua, 21 for 32. He had 3 interceptions, 205 yards, and a touchdown. And man, I don't know. I'm looking at these stats. Jalen Waddle had an 8-yard pass attempt. I think I missed that one. I didn't see that.
Not
one.
Not a pass attempt, a completion.
A completion, yes. Let me give him his credit. 1 for 1, 8 yards.
Best quarterback on that team.
100% passing rate in that game. But I mean, this was just a very, very fun game to watch.
All I took from this game was one. As soon as the Chargers got the ball back, I knew the game was over.
Yeah.
When they gave Justin Herbert time, but what Tua said after the game, I don't have the exact quote up, but he called out guys for not showing up to player meetings, showing up late. And man, that is not what you as a quarterback and as a leader of that team should be going to the media about immediately after a close loss like this. I do not like that. I'm not a fan of that at all. That's something to me needs to stay in the locker room. Call out those guys in the in front of them to their face. I don't know. I just don't think as a quarterback that's your place to be saying that. I don't think a coach should be saying that either. Say the good old, we need to be better, play better, but calling out guys for missing meetings, that's not something that the media needs to know. I mean, let's face it, if that is happening, the media would have found out anyways, but they don't need to find out from the team's star quarterback.
I was about to say, I don't know if we're putting star, but I think that's crazy he said that after the game that he had, throwing 3 interceptions.
Not just the game that he had. Every game that he's
the
had,
season, man.
I think he's thrown multiple interceptions. We've been seeing prime Tua turn the ball over.
Yeah. No, I mean, dude, he's been. I honestly, when do you think their coach is getting fired?
Dude, I think it. Oh man, I don't know when their bye week is. I would assume by the bye week, or if they do, they might just write out McDaniel and just accept that. Hey, the season's over. Might as well take the good draft pick.
Yep.
Because you never know what happens when you get an interim coach. And the worst thing that can happen is when you have a horrible season, it's in the gutter, and then you get an interim coach.
Jeff Saturday comes to town.
Yeah, just get away from the first overall pick. That would be heartbreaking for these Dolphins. But man, do you think there's a chance they still have Zach Wilson, right?
Oh man, is he still
Or am
on
I
that
wrong
team?
on that?
I think you're right.
I think he's there.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a chance we see it, man? We've seen a lot of quarterbacks, revive their careers. I mean,
do you think Miami's the place to do it? I don't know.
I don't know, but what do they have to lose? They're 1-5, and if only somebody could have called that happening, the Dolphins being so bad this season.
Yeah. No, I mean, dude,
but I mean, why not, man?
They have nothing. They have literally nothing to lose. This team is lost. I mean, Tua's saying this already about the players. This locker room is lost. Honestly, just keep sucking. Get a high draft pick. I mean, I don't think you're gonna have Tyreek Hill ever again. If Jalen Waddle could stay healthy, that would be. I feel like every game I watch, he leaves with an injury. He always comes back, but he always is. He's always waddling off to the sideline, just injured every single game.
Dude,
what'd you take
that whole team?
Dude, see, I'm tired of talking about these Dolphins, man. What did you take from the Chargers? Let's hear your thoughts about the winning team.
From the Chargers, while Ladd had a good game, I don't think he's quite back. I think it's a little early to say that because who were they missing this game?
Good old
Quentin Johnson, right? Which is wild that we're saying that, but
Yeah.
They were missing Quentin Johnson. And I think because he is their deep play guy, it allowed for Ladd to take his routes deeper down the field, more yak opportunity.
Yes.
And I think when Quentin Johnson comes back, I'm curious to see how that dynamic's going to shift because I do think he's going to tone it back again. But I do think, man, he really needs to take those slot targets away from Keenan Allen.
That was more of what I was thinking. Not with QJ missing. I really just think as the season goes on, I mean, Keenan's up there in age. He started the season very, very good, as we saw. But, I mean, I think...
Slow down.
Yeah, I think we see it a lot more slowing down from Keenan. And honestly, now that I just said that, he's probably going to go for 101 next week. Because that seems to be what we... We'll talk about DeAndre Swift a little later, but that seems to be the theme of the show. But, I mean, yeah, it's just... I want to see what Ladd... And HM, man, that dude he is a monster. Oh, wow, I don't know why I talked about HM again. But, yeah, that dude he's a dog. I want to see, this is what I was talking. I was thinking running backs, and I remembered HM had a great game.
Marion Hampton?
Did you read that they're still in the market for a running back? Either they said a depth piece or a starter.
I don't like that, if I'm being honest. I'm not a fan of that by the Chargers because Hampton's not going to be out for the season. I don't remember the extent of his injury. But you got to think about this from a player's perspective, right? Vidal just had an amazing game.
Yeah.
I mean, he balled out. And then you're coming off a great win, a close win. In the showers, you're coming home, relaxing, you hop on, check your Twitter real quick. And the talk of town is that they still need a running back.
Yeah.
If I'm the player, what the hell did I do wrong? Because I thought I just balled out. And now you guys are still talking about you don't really need me. So I'm not a fan of that at all. I don't think they need to trade for a running back. I think Vidal was playing great. Haskins is a fantastic pass blocker. Great for third down reps. And Hampton shouldn't be out too long if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so I was going to give you the rundown here with Hampton. So was this, I don't think this was his first game he missed. I believe this is the second game that Hampton missed. And they already said that it's going to be longer than just the IR stint. They haven't even put a timeline on it. And just from my speculation, if they're already saying it's going to be longer than his IR stint, I think it's going to be a bit until we see a bar in Hampton. But
now, if that's the case, then I don't think you need a trade for a running back. Go sign a free agent running back. I'm sure there's one decent enough. I can't think off the top of my head, but someone decent enough that you could just pick up for a couple weeks.
So I wanna throw some names out there because some of these names have been tossed around the RB trade market. Now I want to hear what you think. Brees Hall, and Alvin Kamara. Those are the main two that I've been seeing, and I think it would just be very, very. I could see Kamara more than Brees just because you have Amari and Hampton. Brees you'll need to sign him. So if you just want a 1-year rental, I just don't think that's the smart thing to do for that team.
That's future Chicago Bear Brees Hall that you're talking about. He's already taken.
Hey, not
Chargers
after the Swift performance. He's back. He's back.
I just pulled up the list of free agent running backs here that I'm looking at. A couple names that pop out. Jamal Williams should be a free agent. Not sure if this is an accurate list, so now I'm going to double check that as I'm typing it in. But I believe he is a free agent. It looks like I'm correct there. So we got Jamal Williams, Zach Moss, Dante Foreman, Chris Evans. There's a couple names on there that I think could do a serviceable job as the backup guy.
Yeah.
Until Hampton comes back.
Dude, I have to ask you a question. I just had a trade offer sent to my phone right now.
Uh-oh.
Redraft league.
Redraft?
So let me give you my wide receivers real quick. CeeDee Lamb. Okay. I got Ladd. DK Metcalf. On the bench, I only got Jordan Addison, Chris Godwin. I was just sent. Okay.
So we need receivers.
Yeah, a little bit. Hey, you know what? Let me flex. Let me tell my running backs. Christian McCaffrey. Okay. Quinshon Judkins. Ashton Genty. And on the bench, really just Jordan Mason, Tajay Spears. That's really it. That's really it. So, listen, hear this out. I don't know how I'm feeling about this because of the injury. I was just sent Garrett Wilson. I would be receiving. I would be sending DK and Jordan Addison.
Personally?
What do you think?
Not a fan.
Why
I
so?
would not do it.
What are you thinking?
One, it's a hyperextended knee for Garrett Wilson.
Yep.
That's one of those annoying injuries, right? DK, I think, I don't know, man. He's the number one receiver in that offense, despite not getting the ball a ton.
Yeah.
And Jordan Addison had a great week last week, and I think it's going to continue to grow from here. And Garrett Wilson he's got Justin Fields throwing him the football, man.
See, I'm sorry. That is what. Okay, here. Let me tell you this. I'll throw a little variable in here. This league that I'm in, it's my league, a keeper league. I do an auction draft. $200, okay? So $200. We charge an additional $10 if you want to keep a player to what they were drafted for. Garrett Wilson went so late in this draft to the point where nobody had money. He went for $20. That would be a $30 keeper next year. Does that change your mind at all?
Because I don't really understand the concept of auction leagues, no.
Okay. See, I think I'm going to decline this just because he's already going to miss a couple weeks. Dude, Justin Fields tries to kill this guy every week.
Justin Fields, man, what happened? What happened, man?
Dude, hey, luckily
was the week 1 performance like did I dream that? Did that actually happen?
Dude, hey, you know what? I think I'm gonna end up declining this. I don't want to talk about these Jets anymore, personally. So let's get right into this next recap, man. So, a great game, which was too close for my likings. Colts 31, Arizona 27. This one was way too close, personally.
You guys were pushing it.
Dude, this was just, man, it just started off terribly, man. Ward got a concussion in the pregame by running into a tight end. And then Anthony Richardson is on IR now. We weren't going to see him the next 4 games, hopefully. He hit himself in the eye with a resistance band. He was at the hospital. What voodoo is going on before these games where we got guys getting out, we got guys getting injured, one enough bad for IR. Like I don't.
Vegas put in the call before the game.
Dude, hey, and it almost cost us, man, because our DBs, as Shaq would say, just barbecue chicken for those Arizona receivers because they were just doing whatever they wanted. Oh, dog's going crazy. They were just doing whatever they wanted. I mean, real quick, we'll go through some of these Colts stats. Daniel Jones with a great Daniel Jones game, 22 for 30, 212 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, interception, and he ran one in, 5 for 20 and a touchdown with his legs. Jonathan Taylor, man, oh my, this guy just shows up every single week. 21 carries, 123 yards, 1 touchdown. Oh man, thank you, Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears. Tyler Ward, Tyler Ward, 6 receptions, 63 yards, a touchdown. I mean, he was by far just the best looking receiving option in this game. And finally, which I'm happy to see, Josh Downs, man. He was number 2.
Yes.
6 catches, 42 yards, and a touchdown. Great to see because the first couple games we did not see any of this. Alec Pierce came back, only 2 receptions for 48 yards. Very, very quiet game for Michael Pittman, 2 for 20. And Mekhi Blackman even got a pick on. Dude, it was we balled, but unfortunately we balled very close to where these Cardinals almost balled because they almost beat us. It was a scary game, man. On the other side of the ball, hey, little hot take here. I think the Cardinals should keep Jacoby Brissett as their QB1.
I know Marvin Harrison agrees.
Yeah, no, hey, and Trey McBride, because I had this guy in fantasy. He went for 8 receptions, 72 yards, 1 touchdown on 11 targets. But Jacoby Brissett, man, 27 for 44, 320 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. I can't tell you the last time Kyler threw for 320 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's been a long time. Shefty hit us with some crazy news right before for fantasy that Bam Knight was going to be the lead back, and he did terrible. He got the touchdown, 11 carries, 34 yards, and a touchdown. Michael Carter, 9 carries, 34 yards. But, I mean, Zay Jones, I feel like every single year he has some pretty good games or decent games. 5 receptions, just under 80 yards. And other than that, man, Marv out for a concussion. I can't remember if he's playing this week. But what did you take from this game?
Oh, man, the most important thing that I took was the Bam Knight situation. As a fantasy owner, this was very frustrating because I picked up Michael Carter to be a replacement while I'm still without my
club,
my baby Bucky Irving.
Oh, man.
And then nothing happened. So I didn't start him, but I caught it because I was up early enough for that snooze of a game with the Broncos and Jets. But, man, I think a key piece of this, man, is that Cardinals secondary is good.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of the Cardinals secondary. Will Johnson specifically. I'm not sure who he was on. I wasn't paying too much attention to this game, so I can't speak for the exact specifics. But him, Max Melton, I love that secondary. You know, Tyler Warren's obviously a beast. We at least got to see Colston Loveland over there in Chicago this week, which is nice.
Yep.
Jonathan Taylor's an animal. I mean, your guys' rushing attack's crazy.
Dude, and man, I really, really hope we get active for this trade deadline. I really hope, like Trey Hendrickson, man. Oh my gosh, that would be beautiful. That we need it very bad. We just need our DBs to get healthy. I mean, I'm not going to talk too much because we got a lot of other games to recap here, but I'm hoping we get active, and we need our DB room to please get healthy here soon.
And I'm not trying to, cause anything to happen, but Jonathan Taylor, the one thing that worries me is we know he's a workhorse running back, but does it not concern you a little bit how much usage he's getting this early in the season?
Oh man,
with his injury history.
Okay, I believe I would say I'm fine with it strictly because we've been needing him and he's been delivering. I mean, we have DJ Giddens. Like I said, hopefully we don't have to see DJ Giddens as our starter this year. But Jonathan Taylor with his injury history, it is a little bit scary, but right now he really does look like one of the best offensive players literally in the league. So personally, I'm okay with it, but I could definitely see the concern.
So my point is, in this game, he had 21 carries for 123. Great game. But outside of him, obviously Daniel Jones is a quarterback, but Amir Abdullah had 1 carry for 7 yards. Last week, I'm not going to count last week because you guys blew out the
Yes.
Raiders. But the prior week, Jonathan Taylor had 17 carries. No other running back had a carry. It's just something I would keep my eye on personally. That it's one thing to have a workhorse running back, but to really give no work to the other guys is a little concerning.
And I really just think they're just doing that just because how good JT has been looking.
Definitely, but like you said, we're a little crunched on time, so we'll jump into the next one here. We got a game that was super close, a fun one. Panthers 30, Cowboys 27. Don't look now, but Bryce Young and the Panthers are at 500 and undefeated at home this season.
Dude, and he looked pretty good this game, man. I mean, he didn't have to throw a crazy amount, but he was doing good when he did. 17 for 25, 199 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. The big story coming into this game, Rico said buckle up, and they did not buckle up at all. 30 carries, 183 yards, even through the air, 4 receptions, 56 yards, and a touchdown. Do I have to say there might be a little running back split?
Running back controversy.
Yeah, dude. What do you think? We'll touch on that very, very quick. What do you think happens with that when Chuba gets back?
First, I'm just gonna say props to Rico Dowdle, man. I was shocked at how little he was getting used at the beginning of this season because of the year he had with Dallas, and he just set the Panthers' single game scrimmage yards record, most yards in a game by any Panthers player ever. So props to him, man. He killed it. But man,
what do you do?
I think I said it last week.
They just
in a
paid him
situation.
too. They just paid Chuba.
How can you not give the hot hand the reps? And that's not saying that Rico's got to be the lead back, but they certainly got to split. And that's a nice two-headed monster at running back to have, Chuba Hubbard and Rico Dowdle. That's a nice running back room.
Give me a percentage between the two.
Ooh, I'd say 60% Chuba Hubbard, 40% Rico Dowdle.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
going to say. And
maybe
even a 55-45 situation as time goes on, but they're starting to get hot, man. I think this Panthers team, man, I said they were going to be a dark horse, and I thought I was wrong after the first game. They just needed a little slap in the face, it looks like.
And honestly, I really do think it could get a lot better for them because you got Tedero McMillan. I mean, he's 2 touchdowns, don't get me wrong, but he's been not anything insane this year. He only had 3 receptions for 29 yards this game. It was really just all Rico through the air. I mean, nobody over 40 yards receiving other than Rico. I was really hoping that this week or last week Tet was gonna have that breakout game, but he just hasn't yet. But they're still winning, so I mean, you can't really complain, you know.
And then on the other side, Dak Prescott continuing to do Dak Prescott things. 25 of 34, 261, 3 touchdowns. And on the ground, a bit of a weird one from Javonte Williams, who's been so good this season. 13 for 29, a 2.2 average. But, I mean, the story of this game for the Cowboys, I mean, did you see the hurdle? George Pickens, 9 for 168 and a touchdown. Dude, you know how much money he just made himself after this year? He's going to get paid so much. And Dak's playing like this, and CeeDee Lamb might. There's a chance. I saw a quote. Jerry Jones, he was asked about the 3 players. I know one of them was CeeDee. I honestly can't remember off the head who the other 2 were. He said it's all thumbs up. We'll see if they play because it is Jerry Jones. But, I mean, if you throw CeeDee Lamb into this offense with Dak playing this good and Pickens looking this good, man, if they're gonna be a scary offense to have to go against. Hey man, I've got CeeDee Lamb in fantasy. I desperately need him to come back.
Join the club. I got him in multiple leagues, and I cannot wait for this guy to get back.
So I'm gonna just go quickly here. My 2 dynasty leagues. You ready to hear these injuries I'm dealing with?
Oh, let's hear it.
So for one of mine, where I won the league, I believe it was last season or the year before I won the league. Um, CD Lamb out with an injury. Terry McLaurin has been
Oh,
out with an injury. Bucky Irving out with an injury. I've got Joe Mixon, who hasn't touched a football this season. I'm
probably isn't
banged up
going
there.
to.
And then I don't know how in this other league I'm 5-1 at the moment. Terry McLaurin's been out. Quentin Johnston dealing with injuries. Bucky Irving dealing with injuries. James Conner out for the season.
My
Garrett
gosh.
Wilson dealing with injuries. But we're still winning football games. Call us the
Dude.
Carolina Panthers.
Dude, that is crazy because that is very. I mean, dude, luckily for me, I haven't had to deal with crazy injuries like that, and I'm very happy because that is very unfortunate that you have to deal with that.
And then the two guys I had to put in, hold on, because I'm about to. Which league was this? Because here we go. So I won this game this week. We still put up 137.10 points in this win because Drake May is a god
Yep,
for
yes,
fantasy,
he is.
as well as JSN. I have both of them, which is nice. Bryce Young had a good game for me, but the rest of my team, what the hell happened? Zach Charbonnet, 4.7. Kenneth Walker, 4.7. Cortland Sutton, 2.7. Kyle Pitts, 4.8. Keon Coleman, 4.1. Garrett Wilson, 4.3. Rest of my team we're just running cardio out there.
Dude, that Seahawks, like, what are they doing with that backfield? It just confuses me so much, and I don't know why the Broncos aren't just throwing targets to Cortland. So it just really does not. Those offenses do not make sense, other than JSN.
Troy Franklin's getting a lot of targets over there in Denver. I like that because I'm a big Troy Franklin guy.
I'm not happy for my Sutton shares. That's what I'm gonna say. They need to start throwing this guy the ball.
True. Next game we got here though. Chiefs 30, Lions 17. We both picked the Lions to win this game last week. And Patrick Mahomes did not care that we did that. Mahomes in the win, 22 of 30, 257, 3 touchdowns, another 10 for 32 and a touchdown on the ground, man. Vintage, weird to say, but vintage Patrick Mahomes performance. Pacheco, 12 for 51.
Hey, we'll take that. Well, he will take
only
that.
6 carries for Kareem Hunt. Shocker.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
Man, it's crazy to think that Mahomes is playing like this right now, and Rashee Rice is about to get inserted in this offense.
And Xavier Worthy just came back. I mean, receiving this game, Worthy was really quiet outside of the touchdown. But Travis Kelce, pretty good game, especially for 2025. Travis Kelce, 6 for 78 on 7 targets. I mean, he did his thing. Juju Smith had 3 for 57 and a bloody nose.
That's great. You stole I was just about it, and I was going to say, right at fight at the end. I saw Brian Branch had that guy holding his ear. I was like, oh my gosh.
I think it was Tom Pelissero was one of the first guys to break the news about Brian Branch getting suspended. And the photo they used, man, they did Juju dirty. Jersey being held up, squinted face, blood coming from his nose. Looked like he just got his lunch money stolen. How do you feel about the Brian Branch suspension?
He's the Draymond Green of the NFL, I feel like. This guy's always just getting in all this crap between the plays. How long was it? Was it a game?
It's a 1-game suspension without pay.
I feel like that's just they're just trying to set a message like to the rest of the league, being like, "Hey, don't be doing this after the game," you know.
So I think rightfully so, he was suspended, but I do gotta say, because he talked about it after, and there was a play where Juju Smith completely, for really wasn't necessary, blindsided Brian Branch and blew him up. Now, what did Mahomes have to do with that? I don't know why he didn't want to shake Mahomes' hand, but
just salty he lost.
Juju kind of had it coming. I'm not gonna say why, but I mean he kind of had it coming.
No, that was honest. That was probably one of the most fun parts of the game I had watching because this Lions offense, man, they were just not what we've seen, man. I mean, Jared Goff, he had a solid stats day, I guess. 23 for 29, 203, 2 touchdowns passing. And, bro, this rushing attack, they got clamped up by the Chiefs. 17 for 65 for Jahmyr Gibbs. David Montgomery, 4 for 24. Receiving, I mean, we finally saw Jameson did something. 6 for 66 and a touchdown. Sam Laporta, 5 for 55 and a touchdown. Amon-Ra saw 10 targets, came down with 9 of them, but only for 45 yards. It was just a very, very weird day for this offense.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. It's like I was watching the game, and it felt like they were in it for so much of the game, and then they were always just an arm's length away the whole time. And then in the second half is really where the Chiefs just started really, it felt like putting belt to ass.
Yeah.
And the Lions just couldn't do anything. And that Lions defense might as well have just rolled over rather than try to play defense because they were pitiful out there. I mean, Aiden Hutchinson had a brain dead roughing the passer penalty. Yeah. People are trying to say Mahomes is the king of the flop. Hutchinson took a good 4 steps before he hit Mahomes. You got to know better than that, especially to a guy like a Patrick Mahomes, the face of the league. You can't be doing that.
No, not at all. Like, I'm just very, very excited to see how these Lions do bounce back, and I can't wait to see Mahomes with Rashee Rice in this offense. And let's discuss another shocker here that I'm assuming we did not choose. Atlanta Falcons beat the Buffalo Bills 24-14. What did you take away from this one?
2 things. One, to my friend, I'm going to call him out by name here, Aaron. All right.
Come on, Aaron.
Drake London is a wide receiver 1 and is an absolute animal.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Backtrack real quick. Touchdown. What did Aaron think?
Aaron thinks Drake London's a wide receiver 2 in this league. He does not like Drake London.
Oh, Aaron, this game was probably terrible for you, man.
10 for 158 and a touchdown. The touchdown was a dog of a play. Just out muscled the guy. Just held the ball over the line like he was a little baby on his shoulder. The other guy here this game, man, Bijan Robinson is proving that I think at this point it's safe to say he's the best running back in the league.
Yeah, I mean, he's
19 for 170, 8.9 yards per carry, had his longest career touchdown, 81-yard rushing touchdown. He had 6 for 68. Like, he's doing it both on the ground and through the air like nobody else at that position right now.
Dude, did you know Bijan's on pace for over 1,000 receiving yards?
It's ridiculous, man.
It's insane.
When
and
you
Arthur
look at
Smith,
this game,
wanted this guy off the field, by the way. Hey, but Tyler Algier, I'll give him credit. He had a nice 21. He had a very nice touchdown. Hey, Chicago, I think you should call him up and see what else.
Let's pump the brakes a little bit, all right? Let's pump the brakes on Mr. 3.2 a carry. But, I mean, outside of Drake London and Bijan through the air, Kyle Pitts, 3 for 18, Tyler Algier, 1 for 6. Like, they don't need to target anybody else, and it's clearly working. I mean,
it was literally all Drake London this game.
24 of Michael Penix's 32 passing attempts went to Drake London and Bijan Robinson. That is insane to think
And they
about.
beat the Buffalo
and
Bills.
They won.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Josh Allen, rough game. 15 of 26, 180. 2 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions. He had 42 on the ground. James Cook, 17 for 87. And outside of Josh Palmer going 2 for 60, nothing really worked in this game through the air, man. Keon Coleman was locked up this game by A.J. Terrell. A.J. Terrell had him smothered. 3 for 11 on 6 targets. I mean, he couldn't get going on the outside.
No, it was a very, very ugly game from Buffalo. And I went into this game, quick fantasy real quick. I was down by 10 points. I had Jaden Daniels and Matt Gay, and he had Josh Allen. I ended up winning by 5 points. So I was very happy that Josh Allen decided to have a stinker this week.
You want to hear about heartbreakers from this game?
Oh, what happened?
So coming into this game, let's see. Let me do the quick math here. I was down by 13.5 points. I originally had Dalton Kincaid, and he got ruled out right before the game. So I had to pick up Dawson Knox, and unfortunately dropped somebody. I forgot who it was, so it really didn't matter because it's a dynasty league. But if I would have won this game, I'd be at 500, wait for my troops to come back from injury. Now I'm 2-4, and I lost by 8.52.
Oh no. Oh, that's
Because
the
Keon
worst.
Coleman put up 4.1 and Dawson Knox. Dude, when Dawson Knox got that first touchdown, I was like, oh, this win is in the bag. I think I was at like
Easy.
86% win. He had 8.9 points, and that's all he did for the night. He clocked in for a touchdown, clocked right back out.
Dude, that was literally it. That was all. That was all. That was just a very, very ugly game all around. I feel
Bill's
like
got
the
to
only
turn it around.
dude. I feel like the only guy that did decent was James Cook. He averaged just over five yards a carry, but I don't know. They need to get this guy involved in some little check down screens or something because they have really, really been lacking receiving work to him, and I just really do not understand why when you don't really have anything close to a 1. I mean, Keon's barely a 2. It's just like they just need
0 targets through the air for James Cook.
Dude, that's
0.
that cannot happen, and I'm very happy. We need to start taking this, or NFL. They need to start taking this Falcons defense seriously, man.
Falcons defense is, I mean, are they elite? Is it safe to say the Falcons defense is elite
I
outside
mean,
of when they're playing anybody but the Panthers?
dude, they've been looking like that.
I don't know, man. And this Bills team, I believe are they on bye this week? I think it's this week that they're on bye. If not this week, maybe
They need
next
it.
week.
They need it.
They need it. Yeah, they're on bye this week. They need it. They need to regroup coming out of that bye with a new attitude and a new game plan because that's 2 dropped in a row that were winnable games.
Dude, speaking of some winning games, take the honor. Let's talk about the last game
Here we
of
go.
our game recaps.
Chicago Bears 25, Washington Commanders 24. What the hell is a Hail Mary anyways? That's all I got to say. Screw Jaden Daniels. Screw the Commanders. Screw every Commander fan listening right now. all right.
We hate you.
We'll calm down. But for real, man, Commanders fans all week long just opened their mouths and couldn't keep that thing shut. It's not a rivalry. You shut the hell up because nobody was talking to you guys. And all week long, they just had to keep bringing up Jaden Daniels, Hail Mary. Like they didn't win off of a freaking Hail Mary, and they're trying to discredit our win for a game-winning field goal. They went off a fluke play when we had Matt Eberflus. Get out of here with that. DeAndre Swift, I posted a tweet. I am so incredibly sorry for every slanderous thing I've ever said to you on this podcast.
Just a week ago, actually.
All right, we don't need to pull out receipts.
Yeah.
But you could do what, well, you can't do whatever you want the rest of the season. But this was a must-win game, man. If we would have lost this game, in my opinion, our season was over. And I know that's very early to say because we would have only been 2-3. But last year, we were good going into the Commanders game. And what happened after the Hail Mary? We lost, I think, every single game. It was such a pivotal game for the culture of Chicago to win this. And that's now 2 games this season. We still lost the Vikings game. But that's 2 games this season where we have won game-winning field goals. That's not what the Chicago Bears do. We are never on the right side. I mean, hell, the Matt Gay doinked a field goal this game. We're never on the right side of these things. And that's just a testament to what Ben Johnson is doing. I mean, I think the most telling thing is after the win, the first thing Caleb Williams says is, I'm excited to be coached by Ben Johnson. We wake up and we are excited to be coached by this guy, and we can't wait to get back to learning. That is, I mean, if that doesn't tell you the culture and the story of this team, what else does?
That's exactly what you would want to hear as a fan, too.
I mean, through the air, it was actually a quiet game. I mean, Caleb was 17 to 29, 252, a touchdown, no picks. He had the rushing touchdown early on as well, but we really spread the ball out this game. Roma Dunze got screwed by the referees on top of the other 100 plays we got screwed by the referees. It was absolutely ridiculous, the refereeing in this game. It was genuinely disgusting. Alongside Troy Aikman and Joe Buck, I was close to putting this game on mute at points, and Ben Johnson rightfully called them out today. Because,
what did he say? What did he say?
On, man. I mean, he called him out without getting himself in trouble.
Yeah,
he basically
okay,
said
yeah.
he put it on mute. because
Oh,
some
that's
guys
awesome.
don't like
That's
the way we're
awesome.
winning.
Oh,
And
wow.
I mean, it started off early. Caleb missed 2 throws in the first quarter and was 8 of 10. And Troy Aikman just kept saying how rough of a night he was having. He missed 2 throws at this point.
Oh, man.
Meanwhile, Jaden Daniels threw a pick, and we were glazing him for throwing an interception. I mean, come on, man. I love Jaden Daniels. I know I talked trash about him a minute ago. It was all in competitive love, but I mean, Jaden Daniels is a great quarterback, but he did not have a good night. 19 and 26, 3 touchdowns and a pick, a fumble. I mean, he just wasn't
2
fully
fumbles,
himself. 2 fumbles, yeah, just not himself. I mean, and just the slander Caleb Williams gets, it's so annoying. DJ Moore, man, he played banged up in this one. 3 for 42, but it was an impactful 3 for 42 because it was early on. But if I learned one thing about our receiving core this game, Olamide Zacchaeus, get off of my football field. Put Luther Burden in the slot, man. He is such a weapon, and Zacchaeus almost cost us this game with that drop at the end of the game. You can't be dropping that football there. So yeah, I mean, on the other side, Bill Krosky Merritt, I was surprised we held him in check. 3.6 a carry, man, compared to our usual 15.1 a carry we allow. I will take that. 17 for 61 on the ground. Oh, a bad fumble, man.
It was very. That's what I was shocked the most about. I thought Bill was going to eat this week. I mean, I feel like
but
no
we
offense.
got TJ Edwards back.
Yes, no offense, but your defense, rushing defense has been. I mean, everybody's running all over them. Yeah, pitiful. Everyone's running all over them. But
we jump started Ashton Genty.
Yeah, no, literally. But they held them down in check. I mean, you had 3 turnovers on this Commander side, and I believe none on Chicago.
Yeah, we did turn the ball over, but I mean, TJ Edwards and Kyler Gordon, I know Kyler Gordon allowed that 1 touchdown, which was a bad play, but outside of that, he played amazing. Really held Debo in check. Debo really didn't do all that much, 4 for 15. But yeah, man, TJ Edwards is such a key piece of this defense. Having him back was so important. But overall, an amazing win for us. But we can jump into next segment here. We're going to do our NFL Pick'ems this week. We are running short on time, so we're not going to go super in-depth this week. One thing as well, right before we get into our NFL Pick'ems, I just want to say we love doing them. It was fun to do today. So NFL Hot Takes, Week 7, Week 8, whenever you're watching this at the time, go ahead and leave your hot takes down below. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, wherever you are watching this, leave those hot takes below so we could talk about them, maybe even roast them on next week's episode. But Harry, you could jump in, start with your week, what is it now? Week 7?
Week 7,
yeah,
man.
start with your Week 7 Pick'ems.
I can't believe we are flying. But all right, let's get to it. So, for my Week 7 pick'ems, we're going to start off Thursday Night Football, Steelers versus the Bengals. I mean, Joe Burrow is not playing for this Bengals team, and Joe Flacco is their starter, so give me the Steelers in this one. And let's go to this Sunday slate. We got an early game, again, which have been absolute cheeks this season so far. But we'll kick it off first. The Rams versus Jaguars. Puka got injured. We don't know exactly how long he's going to be out. I'm still taking the Rams with this one. I really do think the Rams could still win it, even without Puka. We should see a very good game out of Devontae Adams. And let's go to this next one. Eagles versus Vikings. I'm taking the Eagles there. Patriots versus Titans. Give me the Patriots. Panthers go to New York to face the Jets. Give me the Panthers there. Dolphins versus Browns. Give me the Dolphins. Saints versus the Bears. I'm taking the Bears. Let's go. I'm not down them again. Rest of the year. Raiders versus Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs. Colts versus Chargers. I cannot wait for this game. This is going to be a great test for this team. Obviously, I'm picking the Colts here. Giants versus Broncos. I'm taking the Broncos here. Packers versus Cardinals. Give me Green Bay. Commanders versus Cowboys. I think this is going to be a great game. And I'm going to take the Cowboys to win this game. Falcons versus 49ers. 49ers, a huge loss. Fred Warner, rest of the year. And I'm taking the 49ers in this one, man. And we have a doubleheader again, Monday Night Football. Bucks versus the Lions. We have seen so many great games out of the Bucks and Baker Mayfield. But, man, is this wide receiver core injured? Emeka Egbuka hurt his hamstring, and they said at least a couple weeks. We don't even have a for sure timeline, and for that reason, give me the Lions. And Texans versus Seahawks. I'm done disrespecting Sam Darnold and this team. Give me the Seahawks.
All right, man. We've got some different ones.
Let's go.
Oh, man. Okay. All right. You know what? I'll just jump in right here. My Week 7 NFL pick'em, starting things off Thursday Night Football. Steelers at the Bengals. I'm taking Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. Rams at Jaguars, man. No Puka Nakua. Rams kind of struggled with a mediocre Ravens team at the moment. Give me the Jaguars to bounce back after that loss to Seattle. Eagles over the Vikings. Give me the Eagles. Patriots over the Titans. Drake May's rolling. Callahan's out of Tennessee. Give me the Patriots. Panthers over the Jets. Jets are a horrible football team. Give me the Panthers. Dolphins over the Browns. I can't believe I'm saying it. Give me those Dolphins. I've been a Dolphins hater, but hey, they're better than the Browns with Dylan Gabriel. Put in Shador. Saints at the Bears. Who would I be if I didn't pick the Bears? Come on, bear down, baby. Raiders at the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs. They're rolling. Colts at the Chargers. I'm siding with you here. Give me the Colts.
Let's go.
Giants at the Broncos. This is my upset of the week. Jackson Dart continues to roll. The Broncos have been playing close and against bad teams. Giants are thriving in those situations at the moment. Give me Dart and Scattaboo. Give me the Packers over the Cardinals. I think the Commanders are going to handle the Cowboys. I think it's going to be a close one, like you said. But I think Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin should be back for this one. Give me Terry McLaurin, Jaden Daniels, and the Commanders. Give me the Falcons over the 49ers. They're going to carry this momentum into San Francisco. Hey, man, I don't care who you put out there, wide receiver or running back. As long as Baker Mayfield's at the helm of that team, give me Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers. And lastly, like you said, I'm done disrespecting the Seahawks and Sam Darnold. I think it's going to be a close one with the Texans, but give me the Seahawks.
Dude, man, we got some. I can't wait to see how this week turns out.
This is going to be a good week. I mean, really quickly, we are crunched on time. We said we weren't going to talk about them, but really quickly, let's just talk about the ones we had different here.
Yeah.
Buccaneers Lions, first one.
Okay. Yeah. No.
You're doubting Baker?
Dude. Unfortunately, man, and I hate to say that because like I said, he is probably the Bucs have been my second favorite team to watch. Third, other than, I'm sorry, those Colts and the Packers, man. I love watching those Packers play. But other than that, I mean, just the Bucs is such a fun team to watch. But they might be going into it with.
I gotta say though, man.
What are you thinking?
I mean, I was just pulling it up here because I was curious because I made the point in my head and I wanted to think about it before I said it out loud so I didn't sound like an idiot. Now, are the Lions 4-2? Yes, right? But look at these wins, right? The Bengals, the Browns, the Ravens, no offense, but the Bears. And look at the losses. The Packers and the Chiefs. They're losing against the really tough teams. And I think the Buccaneers, on the other hand, are winning against the tough teams. I just think when it comes down to the clutch, do I want Baker Mayfield or do I want Jared Goff? And I respect Jared Goff, but I don't respect anybody like I respect Baker Mayfield.
And this is where it came down to me, as I would obviously pick Baker Mayfield there. Sterling Shepard should be his wide receiver one this game. It's really going to be all his. Hey, what's that? I hate that I'm disrespecting this guy. I hate it. I'll be honest. I hate that I'm disrespecting. But it's just when you just look at these rosters, who's going into the game, who isn't. The Lions just look like they clearly have just the lead over the Bucs this week. But as I'll say, the Lions don't have a Baker Mayfield, so it can happen, man. But it's just if I have to pick against these Bucs, this is the week I'm gonna do it.
Hey, you and I can go suit up at wide receiver, and Baker's getting us that football. All right, give me the Buccaneers. I can't. That's gonna be such a good game. As much as I hate Monday Night Football doubleheaders, I'm glad that's at least the early game.
Yeah, no, seriously. They've been doing, I feel like they've been
I hate it, man.
Spamming doubleheaders in London and overseas
It's so
games.
pointless. Doubleheaders is the worst thing that's happened to football. It's horrible for primetime games. Next game we had different. Falcons at 49ers. You took the 49ers here.
Yeah, man, it's just I'm just very
Even
high
without Fred Warner?
See, that's where I think That's where I think it might kill them if they were to lose this game. This one, I actually did have the Falcons down first, and I did switch it to the 49ers. I hate to say I just had a feeling, but when I wrote down Falcons, I was like, dude, it didn't look right to me. I want to see CMC. I feel like he had, from what we've been seeing, was a down week from him last week, even though he still did solid. But if George Kittle's back in this game, this offense needs something else. It is literally Christian McCaffrey. In the past 2 weeks, I'll give him credit. Kendrick Bourne's looked very good. I don't know the practice statuses on like Ricky Pearsall, Jawan Jennings. It's not even guaranteed Kittle comes back. But I mean, if it's, how can I say this? If they don't come back this week, and it is just CMC and Kendrick Bourne, I think the Falcons will probably end up taking it. But
I think that Falcons defense, man.
Like we said, they've looked absolutely insane. I think it's going to be a very good game. And I can't remember. Have you seen the status of Brock Purdy, or is it Mac Jones this week?
I have not.
I can't remember. But I mean, Mac Jones has looked fantastic. So we'll see. I think this is going to be a close one. But if the 49ers get some of their weapons back, I think they'll end up taking this one.
All right, next one we've got up here. Again, we're just quickly running through these last ones here. We'll talk about Commanders Cowboys. I mean, I think we both put it perfectly. It's going to be a close, very interesting game. Could really go either way. I just think, oh man, I trust that Commanders defense to get a stop more than I trust the Cowboys defense to get a stop.
Hey, no, I mean, that's very, very well said there. I think even without CeeDee Lamb, which there's a chance, like I said, Jerry did say, Jerry says a lot of things, so take it with a grain of salt. But if CeeDee comes back this week, I am just so excited to watch this offense. Just full potential. Dak Prescott's playing like an MVP. George Pickens is making himself so much money after this year. Slow game from Javonte, but I think if there was a game, we just saw DeAndre Swift go crazy this week. So we'll see if he can bounce back. But I think they're just going to do enough on offense, and if it does come down to a defensive stop, I don't like that. But it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a fun one to watch.
All right, this one we got different here. Giants at Broncos. I'm rocking with the Giants, man. I think the Broncos just barely escaped with another win, this time against the Jets. Just the Broncos feel like they are escaping with their wins, and which good teams win those close games. But just looking at, like, they opened the season close game with the Titans. They battled out with you guys and the Chargers, as they should.
Yep.
Won against the Eagles, and then you answer a win against the Eagles, defending Super Bowl champs, by beating the Jets by 2. You know, it's just, I was super high on the Broncos coming into this season, but Jackson Dart, Scadaboo, and Theo Johnson, that offense, are rolling at the right time. Broncos feel like they're crashing. I think this is a good trap game to get the Giants right back in the playoff hunt.
So you said you put Theo Johnson in there as their third option, and that's exactly why I think the Broncos are taking this game. I don't think the Giants are just going to have enough to do it.
A little disrespect to Wandale, but
okay, yeah, Wandale's a dog.
He's been nice.
And what was it? What's his Lil Jordan Humphrey, right?
Lil Jordan Humphrey, man.
Yeah.
He balled out on Thursday.
Exactly. Okay, but why I think the Broncos are going to win? This defense, man, they're on pace right now for 85 sacks. That would be the most all time in a single season, and I think the record is, I don't want to get it. I know it's in the 70s. I feel like 72 could have been 76, but they're at 85 right now. If this offense was to just, honestly, it's just Bo Nix has looked so inconsistent. Dobbins had his worst game of the year last year. Sutton is just not seeing this ball enough. And I really do think the recipe for this Broncos team to be what you believe that they could be is this offense needs to get going. Because this defense is literally winning them these games. And it's just, I feel like against this Giants team where they don't have that much offensive power, the Giants I'm saying, I think the Broncos do their thing on defense. And I hope Bo Nix could figure it out this game.
You know, speaking just real quick, most sacks in a season, 72. held by none other than the Bears. 1984, not the Super Bowl winning season. That was 1985, which they had 68 sacks, which I believe are second. So they are on pace to blow that record out of the water.
Yeah, that's what I mean. This defense, it's just absolutely just insane, and I think they'll just have enough to close this game out. Now, man, I said it earlier. I wish Malik Neighbors was here, man. If he was here, this Giants team would be so good. I believe personally. I mean, we'll see. Like we said, they're looking for wide receivers. We'll see if they pull the trigger on anyone. But whoever you get, it's not going to be Malik Neighbors or anything remotely close to what he would have provided for this team.
And then last game that we had separate here before we call it for today's episode, Rams at Jaguars in London, Wembley Stadium, I believe. Oh, man, this is going to be a close one. I mean, not only can I not bet against the Jaguars in London, but no Puka Nacua more than likely for the Rams. Devontae Adams is going to have to really, really step up, which he's been good for them. Don't get me wrong, but that's a massive void to fill in Puka Nacua. They just struggled against the Ravens to score. A bad Ravens defense. They only put up 17 points. I just think Jaguars are going to be playing with little moxie. They're going to be on their home turf. So I just think this is a Jaguars game to take. I mean, out of curiosity, I did want to check really quick. The Rams are 3-point favorites here. Okay, I did want to check that. That was a little curious to me. Yeah, 3-point favorites. I would have expected 1.5 point.
Yeah, no, I was going to say the same thing. Okay, I'll be honest. We'll keep this one quick. I am a Jaguars hater. I feel like every week for Pick Ems, I think I've picked against the Jaguars. Maybe I picked a couple of them, but I really haven't been picking them. I mean, like you said, you can't really fill the shoes of what Puka's been doing this season. But I think between Devontae Adams, we're going to see some Jordan. What is it? Whittington, I believe it is.
Yes, Jordan Whittington.
He looked solid when Puka left. Like I said, nothing close to Puka. I think we see a lot more Tyler Higbee this game. I just think that we finally saw a Brian Thomas game too. We didn't talk about the Jaguars, but we finally saw a Brian Thomas game. I just think between that defense, and I really do think Devontae could have a very good game this week. It was very disappointing from Stafford last week, so I'm really just taking a Rams bounce back plus me being a Jaguars
hater. Hey, I mean, either way, we're in for a great weekend of football, man. I'm excited to see what happens. Excited to talk again about it next week, but that's going to do it for us for this week's episode of the Gridiron Network Podcast. We will see you guys next week.